Thank you, Delith. Yes, that national anthem I think you're going to hear a few times over the next few days up and down the country. The Platinum Jubilee celebrations are well underway. We hope you've been enjoying those wherever you've been today. Small pocket of Greek supporters very much enjoyed a rousing rendition of the Greek national anthem here this evening, and their players in white shirts with a diagonal blue sash across the front, blue shorts and white socks, just taking off the tracksuit tops, getting ready for the team photo ahead of the game. Northern Ireland doing exactly the same. They're going to be in green shirts, white trim, white shorts and green socks this evening for this first game in Nations League Group C2. The first time Northern Ireland, hopefully this evening, they will hope, can win a Nations League encounter. Relegated from the last campaign, but as we were saying, Ian Dowie, plenty to play. I mean, this is the whole idea of the Nations League, to make sure that these games played in between the qualifiers and the tournaments are meaningful games, and this game does have a lot of meaning for Northern Ireland and Greece.
It does, and I think, John, if I go back to the first iteration of this, I've got to say, we absolutely battered Bosnia in both games and got beat. He has had a little bit of misfortune in this contest, but what I'm saying is, Neil alluded to it, the creativity in the forward areas needs to be better. We're defensively sound. It looks very much so that they're going to play with that three, with Paddy McNair as a sort of right side centre half, and Daniel Ballard playing the other side. But I think the exciting bit for me is, I'm liking to see Conor Bradley. I've watched an awful lot of the under-23s for Liverpool. He is absolutely electrically quick on this right-hand side.
Just before we get underway, the Greek players to a man have just gone towards that corner of the ground diagonally opposite to us to applaud the travelling support. Delighted to say two former Northern Ireland internationals part of our commentary team this evening. So Ian Dowie sitting here alongside me inside Windsor Park. Neil Lennon with us as well. Neil, just before we get underway, you've already said it in the build-up tonight. This Greek team under Gus Poyet will be good, won't they?
I think, I watched their last game over there in Greece. They played Montenegro. It was 0-0. They're very possession-based. You know, I think Gus is trying to bring sort of, I know he's Uruguayan, but a Spanish influence to the Greek football. And they will try and sort of take the sting out of the game whenever they can. They don't score a bundle of goals, but they'll try and keep the ball and keep it moving and keep it away from Northern Ireland.
Underway then at Windsor Park, Neil Lennon and Ian Dowie with us throughout the evening. 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Nations League action. Plenty of that coming your way over the next 10 days. The fixtures are coming thick and fast for the home nations. Northern Ireland, I'll give you their full team lineup in just a second. I want to throw in wide on the right-hand side, 18-year-old Conor Bradley of Liverpool, playing wide on the right. So 3-5-2, and in terms of the wing-backs, Conor Bradley is wide right, and 21-year-old Paddy Lane of Fleetwood Town, who's just completed his first season of league football with Fleetwood, having joined them from non-league Hyde United last summer. He is wide on the left. Northern Ireland starting with possession of the ball inside their own half. Daniel Ballard is an Arsenal defender on loan at Millwall last season. They've lofted a high pass down the left for Gavin White to chase. It's taken off him, and Greece's goalkeeper, Benfica's Odysseas Vlachodimos, clears with his right foot, and the ball bounces out of play for a Northern Ireland throw wide on the left-hand side. Some early attacking intent from the home team, Ian Dowie.
Yeah, and part of that is it's good that Neil, I think, mentioned in the build-up a bit of a pace up front, and that's exactly what White did. He spins in behind off Mavropanos, and he gets a good opportunity. He just can't control it. But what I do think in this formation, we've got to push Lane and Conor Bradley, and Conor Bradley will fly on the offensive side, and that allows, I'd like to see Ali McCann give him a bit more freedom to get in the box like Stephen Davis used to. So fairly positive start for Northern Ireland.
Ali McCann of Preston will be the furthest forward of the midfield three. Bailey Peacock, Farrell on loan at Sheffield Wednesday last season in goal. The back three we've mentioned, Paddy McNair on the right, Johnny Evans winning his 95th cap in the middle, and Daniel Ballard on the left-hand side. Bradley and Lane are the two wing-backs. Northern Ireland with defending to do. Interception by Ballard on the edge of the Northern Ireland box. Wins a couple of tackles, actually. Comes bouncing off a couple of Greek forwards and knocks the ball out for a throw. Stephen Davis incredibly winning an 135th cap, the Northern Ireland skipper tonight, alongside George Saville and Ali McCann in midfield. Blackpool's Shane Lavery alongside Gavin White. Up front, the ball has gone out for a throw, and the referee takes his time to make his mind up and decide that is a Greece throw just inside the Northern Ireland half on the right.
Yeah, and Ballard did particularly well. I mean, I've got to say, every time he's played, he's looked strong. Again, he's powerful there, knocking Giamakis. I've got to say to you, I was talking to you, I was hoping he wouldn't be in the side, but Neil will know a lot better than me. I think he's been a real asset to Celtic this year, and every time he plays, he pops up with big goals, but he looks to be really good to feet.
Foul throw, I think, taken by Greece, so Northern Ireland will get the throw. We'll get the thoughts from Neil in a second on Georgios Giacomakis, just completed a first season with Celtic, having come over from the Eredivisie, finished the season with a bang, 11 goals in his last 10 Scottish Premiership games, a couple of hat-tricks in there as well, and a league title to boot. Throw in for Greece, midway inside the Northern Ireland half on the right, and Giacomakis is a little bit boisterous in the challenge. He's fouled Ballard. Northern Ireland get a free kick. Thoughts on Giacomakis, Neil, Greece's centre forward?
Yeah, well, he came with a really good reputation. You know, I think it was Heerenveen that bought him from. They got relegated, but he was the top scorer in the Dutch division, so it tells you a lot about him. He's a goal scorer, Ali, and Ian's right that towards the back end of the season it was a little bit of a slow burner to start with, but yeah, he finished the season really, really well, and he's got goals in him, and he's a big physical presence at times. He's still a bit raw. I think he'll get better over the next couple of seasons, but he's a real handful.
4 minutes gone at Windsor Park. It's Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0 in this opening Nations League encounter in Group C2. Stephen Davis fouled. Referee tried to play an advantage. There wasn't one. Northern Ireland have a free kick here.
Yeah, and I thought it was a little bit of a dodgy tackle. He sort of 2 foot, sort of a scissor action. But Neil made the point. We've got the opposite of Giacomakis, by the way. My view is we've got to slide balls down the side for Lavery and White, because that's what their strengths are, not coming to feet.
Here's the free kick then. Paddy McNair with his right foot. That looks a little lofted and long, and the goalkeeper Vlachodimos is able to come out and catch it in both hands. Bowls it out underarm to Tsimikas. Quick ball forward to the halfway line. Well intercepted by McNair. Wins a 50-50, and the ball spins to George Saville. Davis plays a quick pass forward up towards Lavery. Lavery throws himself into a challenge. One of the Greek players, the defensive midfielder Manolis Siopis, is down hurt in the middle of his own half. So we're going to get an early break in play in this first half. 5 minutes gone. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. Let's give you the Greek team while we've got a chance. So Vlachodimos, we've mentioned the goalkeeper. Benfica's goalkeeper came up against Liverpool this season in the Champions League quarter-finals, a tie that Benfica lost by 6 goals to 4. Lazaros Rota of AEK Athens is the right back. Kostas Tsimikas, plenty of our listeners will know of Liverpool, on the left-hand side. Dinos Mavropanos has just completed a second season on loan at Stuttgart from Arsenal. He's now joining Stuttgart permanently, so he's at centre-back alongside Pantelis Hatsidiakos. Midfield 3, the captain Tassos Bakasitas. Manolis Siopis, who's just been down injured, he's come to the side of the pitch, but I think he's going to be okay. And Andreas Boukalakis of the Greek champions Olympiakos. Giacomakis through the middle has support from Dimitris Limnios and Petros Mantalos either side. Greece playing in a 4-3-3, and Gus Poyet looking as sharp as ever, Ian.
Always sharp in the suit.
Oh, he does look
even
good,
in his football kit he looks sharp,
Yeah.
just like me and Lenny in that Northern Irish shirt many years ago. But what is interesting, I just think, he talked about Siopis, and alongside Bakasatis, you know, they both play. That's a bit of a good hub in there. They both won the title, I think, with Trabzonspor this year. Now they understand each other's game very, very well.
Greece have the ball just inside their own half. This is Boukalakis, once had a season with Nottingham Forest, 2017-18, before he was moved on by Aitor Karanka. Greece quite comfortable on the ball, and Northern Ireland just stand off at the moment, so it's passed across the back 4, comes to Hatsidiakos, plays his club football in the Netherlands with AZ Alkmaar. Here he is with his right foot, played up towards Mantalas, first time ball spins into the middle of the Northern Ireland half. Ballard is there, clears with his right foot, headed forward to the halfway line. Davis is onto it quickly. Saville tries to release Lavery on the right hand side for Northern Ireland. Low cross, not quite enough on that, intercepted at the near post and cleared away by Greece. Johnny Evans battling with Giacomakis, and Giacomakis falls over and wins a free kick for Greece.
Yeah, good opportunity for Lavery to deliver a pacey ball either in front of the ability of White coming in, who does get into the box, but actually a little dink to the far post. Paddy Lane was on his own, didn't really see it, and then Johnny Evans, I think, harshly treated with a foul against Giacomakis. But I I quite like us to be a bit more out of the traps a little bit quicker. That's a good ball there, just a bit overhit.
Good ball over the top, down the inside right channel. That was for Limnios to chase. Just got away from him, as Ian suggests, and has gone behind for the goal kick. So Evans against Giakoumakis is definitely going to be worth a watch this evening. Johnny Evans goes fourth, level with David Healy on the all-time list, winning 95 caps for his country so far and well on his way to a century. And in terms of UK and Irish football, Stephen Davis with his 135th cap tonight now goes past Shay Given. It's only Robbie Keane who is ahead of him, I think on 146 caps for the Republic of Ireland in terms of UK and Irish international appearances. So Stephen Davis may even get to that one by the end of his international career. Lavery is trying to put a bit of pressure on the Greek goalkeeper here. He passes away to his right hand side. Rotter also under pressure from Lane. Curling ball down the right hand side. Ballard has it covered and it goes out for a throw into Northern Ireland just inside their own half, wide on the left, 0-0.
Yeah, really good pressure, and I think that's exactly what we should do. And as a result, this is sort of a rush pass down from Rotter and it hits it out of play.
So throw in Northern Ireland, wide on the left. Paddy Lane stealing a couple of yards. Referee spotted that, blows the whistle sharply and points him back towards that halfway line. A few of the Northern Irish flags we can see clearly across the other side of the stadium behind Lane as he takes the throw. Comes off White. In fact, Gavin White is just beaten to that by Boukalakis, so wins another throw for Northern Ireland, and they've made about 10 yards down the left-hand side.
Yeah, and we've got to try and if you see all the Greek players in that little small quadrant, you've got to try and switch play with those wing backs. That can really hurt. Flat back for a good opportunity.
Oh, yeah, McCann's won the ball high up the field, then couldn't find the pass to White. Greece is struggling to clear, though. Stephen Davis heads that clearance down. Conor Bradley's going to try and use pace to get on the outside. That's Liverpool against Liverpool there. Conor Bradley against Tsimikas. Beat his man, but has got too much on the cross, way too much on the cross, and it's gone behind for the goal kick. So earlier on in this group today, Group C2 in the Nations League, Cyprus 0, Kosovo 2. So Kosovo already with 3 points on the board, and here it's Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. Northern Ireland next in action on Sunday, away to Cyprus in a 5 o'clock kickoff. Then they go to Kosovo next Thursday, and then Cyprus come here a week on Sunday. We'll have commentary of that game on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. It kicks off at 2 o'clock. Boukalakis, who's a tall midfielder, jet black hair, and the ball now is back with Hatsidiakos at centre back in this fetching Greek outfit, the white shirts, blue numbers on the back. Bit of Crystal Palace about it with the sash across the chest as well.
Very nice. I mean, Boukalakis, you talk about very experienced, 3 titles in a row at Olympiacos.
Yeah. Ball loose inside the Greek half. No messing about from Mavropanos. Smashes it up in the air. Northern Ireland defenders just stand off, so that's easy there for Mantalos to take it down out of the sky. Tsimikas now comes sprinting in from the left-hand side, holds off Bradley, gets the ball to the edge of the Northern Ireland area in a central position. That cross will come in from the right. It's over the head of Giakoumakis. Ali McCann just sticks a right boot at it, and out it goes for a throw into Greece wide on the right in an attacking position. Yeah,
McNair didn't quite get the header right, headed it back towards sort of a bit of his own goal, a little bit of panic, but dealt with it quite well. I think, very much you've got to, when the ball goes wide, you've got to look where Giakoumakis is. He does find space really well.
Limnios plays the ball back down the right-hand side. Here's Siopis, who's the short, stocky, central defensive midfielder with the scraggy beard. Tsimikas, highlights in his hair, left-footed diagonal, well intercepted by Paddy Lane, headed back to his goalkeeper Bailey Peacock. Farrell, let's get some more thoughts from Neil Lennon on the way this game has started here. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. What are you making of it, Neil?
We're just like again, we're touching on the final third. We've had a free kick. We got to make the most of the set plays. We overhit that, and then McCann had a great chance to slip in. I think Gavin White. They've got to just take care of the ball in the final third. But the game is what I expected it to be in terms of Greece not showing that much ambition, keeping the ball a lot. Northern Ireland, Ian touched on it earlier, I'd much rather see them press them high and try and win the ball back in the higher areas. They're just showing them a little bit too much respect at the minute.
Yeah, I think Lenny's right. What I think Lenny will know is the same as me when you've been a manager, is if you're playing with a wing back, when the ball comes one side, you can afford to let that wing back go and get pressure on the fullback, and then the other one sits in, so you almost like it becomes a back four like it is now, but yet you see Conor Bradley pushed on. That allows you to get pressure, and I agree with Neil. I mean, we just need that little bit of composure in that final third.
BBC Radio 5 live at Windsor Park tonight. The voices of Neil Lennon and Ian Dowie on commentary this evening. The ball's hit the Northern Ireland corner flag in their left back position and has gone out for a throw-in, which Daniel Ballard is just going to wait to take. So he's playing on the left-hand side of the back three for Northern Ireland tonight. This is his 14th cap, just completed a season on loan at Millwall, belongs to Arsenal. Starting to establish himself in this Northern Ireland international team. Big long strides he takes and launches this throw in high in the air down the left hand side, pings off a couple of his Northern Ireland teammates. Stephen Davis is one, Paddy Lane is the other, and the ball eventually ricochets out for a throw in to Greece. Certainly not the atmosphere I experienced here 7 years ago. October 2015, Northern Ireland hosted Greece, beat them by 3-1. It sealed their qualification for Euro 2016 that night. Slow build this evening. Northern Ireland atmosphere at Windsor Park is always fantastic, but the team need to give them something in to really cling on to and shout about.
Yeah, very much so. You know, we're a little passage into the game now, or 15 minutes, or getting here 15 minutes past, and haven't really tested the keeper, and I think that what we're talking about is that little bit of quality. Commit your wing backs forward. We also got to get a bit more rotation between McCann, Saville and Steve Davis, you know, to try and open up there.
Peacock Farrell, Northern Ireland's keeper, bedecked in bright orange, has cleared the ball up to the halfway line. There is McCann, side foots a meaty pass back to Ballard. Ballard pushes Peacock Farrell wide, takes a touch, takes him well out of his penalty area, but then drills it long with his left foot down the left wing. Shane Lavery, who's got a green bandage wrapped around his right wrist, chases this ball. Greece keep it in play in the right back position, hurried clearance, and the ball goes out for a throw into Northern Ireland on the left. So coming up 15 minutes played, Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0, and as Neil and Ian have both been saying, you probably expect these two nations to be duking it out at the top of this Nations League group tale. And as we were saying at the start of the night here in Northern Ireland, cross comes into that Greek penalty area. Mavropanos blocks it with his chest. Clever from Siopis, little sideways pass, but couldn't find Rotter, so the ball goes out for a throw into Northern Ireland on the left. Another
excellent opportunity to put a really good ball in. Again, the first man hit. We've got to do better. You know, it was good pressure initially and good pressure afterwards, but when that ball drops in them forward areas, the final third, got to take a time, deliver with a bit of quality. Got to say, he has got to throw, Daniel Ballard.
Well, here come those set-piece opportunities that Neil Lennon's been talking about for Northern Ireland. Lovely mild evening in Belfast tonight. Some dark clouds sort of over the surrounding hills, but it's pretty nice here at Windsor Park. Northern Ireland fans on their feet, just waiting for the throw-in to come into the penalty area, because the referee has called Johnny Evans over and Pantelis Hatsidiakos because he spotted a little bit of push and shove and argy-bargy around the near post area. Can Northern Ireland pose the threat? Massive throw into the near post, as Ian suggested, headed away by Mavropanos, out for another throw to Northern Ireland.
Well, he's a man mounting, Mavropanos. I've got to say he's done really well for Stuttgart. You know, I know he's moving there this year, and Arsenal signed him, I think it was high hopes, but he certainly established himself in the Bundesliga.
So Daniel Ballard is just being moved a few yards back down the touchline. He's just about level with the edge of the Greek penalty area. Thousands of Northern Ireland fans in the replica green shirts behind him, puts everything into that throw. Johnny Evans nearly onto the flick on. It's headed away only as far as Ballard. Low pass to Stephen Davis, back to Ballard. First
great ball
with his right foot, headed out from the edge of the 6-yard box. That hit McCann's hand. Unfortunate for Northern Ireland. He was just trying to tee himself up for a shot on the edge of the box. Defenders were rushing out to him, and the ball just ballooned up off his left foot, hit his arm. Free kick for Greece.
There's a lot to like about Daniel Ballard, not obviously just the long throw. I mean, you've seen the ball come out to him. He is really good on the ball, particularly on his right side. He's actually playing on the left side because he's so comfortable, but that delivery was top draw. It pops out to Paddy McCann. He just can't get it down, and it hits his arm.
Now Greece have knocked the ball straight out of play for a throw-in. Is that because they're not happy with the match ball? They felt that one had deflated a little, so they chuck another ball in play towards the referee. So it's going to be a Northern Ireland throw, and they're going to throw the ball back to Greece. By the way, if you haven't quite caught up with what happened in the first day of the test at Lord's today, New Zealand all out for 132, England, Ian, closed on 116 for 7.
Well, I was thinking, particularly, I think, were they something like 30 odd for none? So I was thinking,
started well, yeah.
He started well.
Yeah. 17 wickets gone in the day. Test match special podcast will be worth a listen. There's a shot in from the edge of the box. Left foot drive by Gavin White, and Vlachodimos gets down well to make the save. Quickly out to the edge of his box, throws it forward. Giakoumakis has flicked it on. Bakasetas in space. Up to the edge of the Northern Ireland penalty area, wide on the right. Not too much support there for him. Delayed his cross, and eventually Northern Ireland have cleared. And all of a sudden we've gone end to end in the first half. Mavropanos covers that ball and comes back to his goalkeeper.
Well defended. Ballard again didn't dive in. Bakasetas, who does, I mean, not at all prolific, but got 5 goals in his 45 caps, but does come off the back of an outstanding season for Trabzonspor.
Further review of that first day of the Test match. 17 wickets going down during half-time on 5 Live Sport this evening. Test match special podcast will be there on the BBC Sounds app for you. 10 o'clock till 10:30. Full review of the day and the highlights also available on the BBC iPlayer for you and the BBC Sport website and app. So Northern Ireland have the ball. Here's McCann, comes running across the halfway line. Low pass fist into the feet of Conor Bradley. Outnumbered, tackled by Mantalas. Tsimikas helps out Mantalas, gets it back here in the left back position, and Bradley's in a little late on his club mate there. Tsimikas catches him on the right ankle. That will be a free kick for Greece. They're calling for a yellow card, and the referee is just moving players away from him and telling them to let him make his own decisions. 20 minutes played almost in this first half. Ian Dowie alongside me at Windsor Park. Neil Lennon watching on from a studio in Glasgow. Neil, first 20 minutes for Northern Ireland. Ian Barraclough is targeting 4 wins out of 4 in the next 11 days. How do you think they've started tonight?
Okay. They've just had a snapshot there from Gavin White, which is better. I just think that, the game's there for Northern Ireland if they believe in themselves. And just an example again is Ali McCann, instead of playing the ball quickly through to White or Lavery, he comes across the pitch and plays a square one to Bradley. I just think they need to be a little bit more positive, particularly when they're counter-attacking, because they're obviously got a plan to set off and maybe hit Greece on the break.
20 minutes gone in the first half. Bailey Peacock-Farrell has the ball in his arms. There was a promising move building up for Greece down the left-hand side, and Boukalakis, I'm not sure whether it was a shot or a cross, but it just bounced once into the arms of Peacock-Farrell. He's got the ball at his feet again. I can see that Spain-Portugal, good game in the Nations League this evening, 0-0 after 20 minutes. Czech Republic leading Switzerland by 1-0. Full commentary on Hungary against England at 5 o'clock on Saturday, followed by a 2-hour 6:06 taking the calls after that game from 7 o'clock on Saturday night on BBC Radio 5 Live, and then 5 o'clock on Sunday, Wales against Ukraine in that World Cup playoff final. Full commentary on that game on 5 Live and BBC Sounds as well. I think Ian Dowie here is wanting Northern Ireland to move the ball a little bit more quickly from left to right. Conor Bradley into the feet of McCann. McCann can't get it back to him. This could be danger for Northern Ireland, because here come Greece out of their own half on the counter-attack. Lovely little turn there from Limnios. Little pirouette on the ball. Boukalakis very nearly lost by Siopis in central midfield. Gavin White is chasing him. Back to Mavropanos. Just on the halfway line here, Greece, and they slow it down again and keep possession of the ball. Ian Dowie.
Yeah, and there's little moments like it. Just seen that Shane Lavery take Mavropanos into the corner. It doesn't matter who you are as a centre-half, unless you're a Virgil van Dijk, you don't want to be in them areas, because you're going to have difficulty dealing with it. And what I'd like to see was a bit of more of, because I've got to say, when we've lost the ball, Northern Ireland's work rate has been outstanding. I think we've got to do that when we're in possession. We've got to be a bit more effective. Good ball in.
Greek captain, yeah. Bakasetas, Giakoumakis with the header, and Peacock-Farrell in the right place at the right time for Northern Ireland. Good power on the header, but Peacock-Farrell always had it covered.
Well, Paddy McNair needs to do better. Giakoumakis just pulls off his shoulder. It's a really good ball in. Giakoumakis heads for goal, and really maybe head it down. I think it's a great opportunity to maybe give Bakasetas, I think, a tap in, or maybe it was Limnios, but either way, it's a header that's comfortably saved. But Paddy McNair does have the odd time when you play him in the defensive areas, just switches off when the ball's in wide areas, and you cannot do it.
Probably clearest opening of the game so far. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. midway through the first half. Ball at the feet of Middlesbrough's Paddy McNair, very experienced international footballer himself now. McNair winning his 54th cap for his country this evening. Lovely first touch from Gavin White in his bright orange boots to keep the ball wide on the right. Unfortunately, Conor Bradley, the 18-year-old, couldn't match it. He looked up, lost the ball underneath his feet, and it bobbled away and went out for a throw into Greece on the left.
Yeah, and he should just slipped it down the line to McCann, who'd made a decent run. Great run from Gavin White, lovely touch, good ball from Paddy McNair.
Should mention as well, Northern Ireland missing a few key players this evening.
Yeah.
Stuart Dallas out with a nasty injury at the moment. Craig Cathcart's another one missing. Greek goalkeeper Vlachodimos just putting his right back rotter under a little bit of pressure. Deals with it well though. Here's Siopis. Siopis turns inside his own half, sees space open up to his left-hand side, and Petros Mantelos is able to bring the ball forward at speed across the halfway line. Tsimikas, loose first touch, let the ball get away from him. Conor Bradley spotted that. Poor clearance from him, comes back to Mantelas on the left, cross in, it's just behind Giacomakis. Had it been in front of him, that would have been a free header from 8 yards out.
I agree, and then, the centre-half's in the three, you've got to make sure you do pick up men, and he runs off Daniel Ballard in between Ballard and Evans, and if the ball's a yard lower, he heads it in. Sloppy ball from Bradley in the clearance, done really well to dispossess Simias Kostasanis, but didn't just get the passing anywhere near it.
Here's Boukalakis, crosses the halfway line on the left. Northern Ireland fans get the drum going, getting behind their team. Hatsidiakos, short ball to Siopis. He goes for the longer one over the top, and Limnios is claiming he was blocked there as he made his run through. He was blocked, was he?
Paddy Lane had on his shirt, but he got away with it, thankfully.
Stephen Davis, Northern Ireland's captain, plays back to McNair. Johnny Evans, cool as ever under pressure, slides it forward to George Saville. Clips that at a real pace up to Gavin White, knocked out of play for a Northern Ireland throw on the left-hand side. Lane takes it quickly. Here's Saville, looks to get the ball back to Lane, but he wasn't making the run up the left, so it's gone straight out of play for a Greek throw. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. Nations League, Group C2, and just to explain the importance of it again, the qualifying draw for Euro 2024 will take place in October. Your seeding for that draw will be based on your Nations League ranking, so the better you do in this competition in this month and in the last two games in September will benefit you for that draw. And there's also the playoffs to think about. If you don't make it automatically through qualifying, winning a Nations League Group C, they're yet to actually rubber stamp how they're going to do it, but it's very, very likely, more than likely, almost certain to guarantee you a playoff spot. So then a couple of games to try and get you into the Euros. Here's Tsimikas on the left, getting some mild booing from the home fans. Johnny Evans, eyes light up, the ball loops up, he volleys it away on his right foot, and it goes out for a throw into
good defending from Conor Bradley, really did well. What I've been noticing on these counter-attacks when it goes into wide areas, people like Bakasetis, Bouchalasis, really Siopis even to a lesser extent, but Limnios and Mantelos, they're getting in the box, and they're big lads. You've got to be able to make sure they really track, all that tracking's done, because there is 4 and 5 bodies in the box when that ball gets in wide areas. And we've seen Giacomakis have a great chance really, and it looks when the ball goes wide that part of Greece's plan is get bodies in the box.
5 live at Windsor Park this evening. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0, in the company of Ian Dowie here, Neil Lennon watching on as well. Johnny Evans on the ball in his white boots, plays it to his right. McNair up the middle towards Stephen Davis. Nice first touch and turn, looks for the pass here to White. White is fouled 10 yards inside the Greek half. Free kick Northern Ireland.
Just to add a little bit to that last point I was talking about, the bodies in the box, what was worrying me was they were untracked, so that, their midfielders were running off the back of, as it is, Dallas, Davis and McCann, and they're getting free to attack in the box. Must be tracked.
Free kick Northern Ireland. Conor Bradley and Paddy Lane, the two wing backs, come over the ball. In fact, Bradley is just going to stay on Giacomakis as the one Northern Ireland defender back. So Northern Ireland throwing plenty forward for the set piece. And Paddy Lane, a Fleetwood town with his left foot, whips the ball into the penalty area, straight through, beyond everyone, and out for a goal kick. So going to take it quickly. Vlachodimos high one down the middle of the pitch. Giakoumakis great in the air, leaps to win the header. Johnny Evans has got it covered and nods it back to Peacock Farrell.
By the way, Johnny Evans, of anyone, sprinting back, shows a desire, great leadership, absolutely busts a gut to get back and just gets himself in the right position. I didn't think it was the worst delivery from Lane, I've got to say. Just didn't get enough bodies in the box or commit any really sort of a few blocked runs, a bit of guile in and around that final third.
Peacock Farrell, Northern Ireland's keeper, clears with his left foot. Lavery knocks it down to Lane, tries to get Lavery away down the left-hand side, intercepted and driven forward down the right. That'll go harmlessly out of play for a goal kick to Northern Ireland. Let's bring Neil Lennon in again. The Giakoumakis header, Neil, and that cross that went just behind him. That's been the threat from Greece so far.
Yeah, it was sort of half a chance. It was sort of coming away from him, but Northern Ireland didn't stop the cross. They've got to work harder at stopping crosses. And again, in the final third, I have to say the quality has not been there. We're not keeping the ball well enough for Mal Lakin, and we're not creating any sort of service for the two strikers at the minute. And we look a little bit, dare I say it, nervous on the ball, and we have to be better. These players are better than what we're seeing at the minute, but it's all a little bit tepid for me from Northern Ireland.
Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. One goal in the last 5 home games for Northern Ireland. That was an own goal in a 1-0 win against Lithuania in World Cup qualifying. Some creditable 0-0 draws against Bulgaria, Switzerland and Italy, but goal scoring, as has always been the case, is a problem for Northern Ireland. Here's Mantalas just inside the Northern Ireland half. Johnny Evans there again, sticks a foot in and clears, but here come Greece. Captain Bakasitas plays the ball to his right. Boukalakis lays it off. Rotter forward from the right back position, back to Boukalakis, corner of the Northern Ireland penalty area. Bakasitas, the captain, is involved again. Boukalakis with his left foot slightly skews that pass high in the air. Tsimikas has to come back to collect it, cross in towards the far post. Ballard heads it away, and then George Saville is in there for Northern Ireland to stoop, win a header, nod it out of play, and Greece will take that throw in quickly on the right hand side. 15 minutes remaining in the first half. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. Danger again for Northern Ireland as Rotter comes down the right, gets his cross in. McCann heads it away. He's fouled, given a nudge in the back as he leapt to win the header. That is a free kick for Northern Ireland. Ian Dowie.
Yeah, once too easy the ball gets in the box. I've got to say McCann did well, really well tracking, got in front of that midfield runner and made a good header and was fouled.
McCann, sliding challenge on him, got his pass away just in time inside his own half. Paddy McCann gets a shove in the back from Giakoumakis, but also made certain that the referee saw he was shoved with a very theatrical fall, but he was pushed, gets the free kick. 67% possession so far for Greece in the game, according to our statistician here, John Southall.
Yeah, and that's what Neil talked about. That's because when the ball gets forward, it's not being delivered with good quality into the front men's feet and dropping the balls in. Too many high balls, too many balls that have got that overhit. But also, I just think that we need to get McCann, Davis and Saville a bit more on the ball, and 15 or 20 yard passes rather than 40 yard passes. They're the ones that are hurting us, because if you think about Mavropanos and Hatzdiakos, they're man mountain, so you've got to drop balls in and also slide balls down the side. And to be fair, I agree, as the half's gone on, I think we've become more and more edgy.
Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. Ball down the right hand side for Limnios to chase. Peacock Farrell quickly off his line. Ball bounces, volleys it out for a throw into Greece. Spain leading Portugal by a goal to nil in the Nations League this evening. Alvaro Morata has scored that. Czech Republic 1, Switzerland 0. That's in the top tier of the competition. I see Israel are leading Iceland by a goal to nil. Iceland, one of 5 teams yet to win a Nations League game. Northern Ireland are 1, the Republic of Ireland are 1, San Marino and Andorra the other 2. Norway 1 up away to Serbia this evening in the Nations League as well. The ball is inside the Greek half and Rotter is letting it run out of play for a throw in the right back position. 14 minutes remaining in the first half. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. Rotter steals a good 5 or 6 yards up the touchline. Lane heads it back towards him. Rotter leaps high, clears with his left foot. Johnny Evans powers a high header forward. Lavery jumps, tries to flick it on to his strike partner White. dealt with by Mavropanos. Nice first time passing from Greece in midfield, and then Giacomakis with a lovely flick to his right hand side, and here come Greece at real speed. Players tearing forward. Limnios caught up in the end by Ballard, which is why Ian Dowie says brilliant.
Yeah, he done brilliant. He a little nutmeg, but his energy and ability to track back at full pace, he ends up getting a great tackle in. But you know, there's no doubt that there's a real threat on the counter attack. I mean, a top draw threat from Greece, and Northern Ireland have become less and less potent as the half's gone on. I mean, what we've had one shot on target. You know, they've looked a lot more threatening. We're not getting into wide areas, not really utilising the wing backs, I've got to say. And we haven't seen, I don't think, Conor Bradley had one cross, but we haven't seen Paddy Lane hardly in advanced areas delivering balls from their final third, and that's what where you want your wing backs to be really potent, is in that final third.
Best cross of the game so far for Northern Ireland came from Daniel Ballard after that long throw was cleared out to him, and then whipped a lovely ball in with his right foot. Third game for Gus Poyet in charge of Greece. First two friendlies back in March. Started with a 1-0 win away to Romania. Lost the next one away to Montenegro. Tsimikas has lost it for Greece on the edge of his own box, but luckily for him, Hatsidiakos is there to stretch out a leg and intercept it. Ballard's got the long ball covered, and he nods it back to his goalkeeper, Bailey Peacock Farrell. 12 minutes remaining in the first half on BBC Radio 5 Live. You can also listen to us on the BBC Sounds app. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. Are you any good at quizzes, Ian? Football quizzes? Because I know Neil Lennon is an expert. Well, he is an expert, because I remember spending many a car journey with Neil during Euro 2016.
Yeah. Did you nod off or not? No.
Being set quizzes by him. I've got a really easy one for him this evening that he can have a little think about. So Greece here, winners of the Euros in 2004, one of only 10 European nations to have won the European Championship title. Who are the other 9? So while Neil's watching, you can have a little scribble down. I don't think that's going to test him too much. Neil, that's not going to bother you too much. I think it's a question, that one, is it?
I can't believe Ian Dowie is even questioning my progress at quizzes when we won the Pointless Championship a few years ago.
We did, we missed out on the final, didn't we?
So we've set Neil the little quiz question. Have a go at that at home if you want to as well.
That's Ray Hagel, was it? Was that the coach?
Yeah, very good. 2004, Otto Ray Hagel. That's a bonus point there for Ian Dowie.
Throw that in.
Yeah, nice.
Here's one for you then. Who was the captain?
Oh, I know that.
Go on.
Karagounis. No, I've read about him.
Charisteas scored the winning goal in the final. Was it him?
It was a lad. He was a midfielder.
We'll work on that one. Long ball out the back from Greece. Now, if you can keep this in, Limnios on the right-hand side, it could have been danger for Northern Ireland. Again, that ball's been on a couple of times, couldn't get there, and it's gone behind for the goal kick. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0.
Yeah, it certainly has. You know, you can see, if you look at Daniel Ballard, looks like he's not flagging a bit because he's actually defended really well. But when I look at Daniel Ballard, I think there's someone who's thought hard about his game, gone out to Millwall and done well, and he looks like he's benefiting so much from that year of tough championship football. He's got great natural attributes. He's good on the ball. He's not slow. He's good in the air, and I think Daniel Ballard might be a big player for us coming forward.
Peacock Farrell, Northern Ireland's goalkeeper again, thumps it forward with his left foot. Gavin White wins the header. Might have got a little nudge in the back as he did so. Play continues. Bradley lost one down the line for White. Awkward bouncing ball. He tries to flick it onto himself. Tackled by Hatsidiakos, and Greece bring the ball out of their own half. Again at speed, down the right-hand side. Rota with the layoff, then continues his run, but the ball is played into a more central midfield position. Then it slows down. Here's Siopis, who just rolls it slowly back to the halfway line, and Greece will start the build-up again. Mavropanos plays into the feet of Mantalos, who pops up in different positions in the front three for Greece. That's an awful ball with his left foot, clubs it straight out of play, throw in Northern Ireland in the left back position into the last 10 minutes of the first half here. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. I think the odds on a 0-0 tonight, Ian, and I'm certainly not making the listeners tune out, would have been fairly low, wouldn't they, in terms of two teams who defend well but do struggle to score goals.
Yeah, but you thought, Gus Poyet's, it's sort of Spanish style and a bit more open, I think. And listen, I've got to say, Greece have been the better team in terms of the quality on the ball, without doubt. You know, the midfield have been much better. Even their fullbacks and their front men have been better. And that's a really good header from Paddy Lane.
Yeah, Paddy Lane, defensive header, and actually, well, he thought he won Northern Ireland a throw, but the decision goes against him. And it's Lazaros Rota, the Greek right back, who will take the throw right on the halfway line, over on that right wing. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 0. Ball inside the Greek half. Play between the two centre-backs, Hatzidiakos and Mavropanos. Now Boukalakis launches one over the top down the left-hand side. Again, just too far for Mantalos, who gives chase, can't get there. Ball goes behind for another goal kick to Northern Ireland.
But part of what they're doing is trying to stretch Northern Ireland, and they're doing it quite effectively. Although that ball, we haven't hardly played that ball in behind them. When have we seen Mavropanos or Hatzidiakos running them channels? We just haven't seen it, have we?
Yeah. Goal kick Northern Ireland, right in the centre of the 6-yard box. Peacock Farrell clears it into the Greek half. McCann jumps for the header. Next one's won by George Saville. Lavery challenges for that, just beaten to it by Boukalakis. Stephen Davis heads it forward. A little bit of head tennis going on here. Nice little touch from Limnios. Makes himself a bit of space. Now running at Daniel Ballard up to the edge of the Northern Ireland box. Played into the feet here, and the low shot goes in from the skipper, Bakasitas, and Greece have the lead at Windsor Park late in the first half. They came streaming through the Northern Ireland midfield. The pass into the feet of Bakasitas, and the low drive has beaten Bailey Peacock Farrell to make it Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1.
Yeah, I talked about not tracking runners, and it's from a break and it's given away, but you know, the ability of that and the cutback. Bakasitas, I told you about, it's 46 goals now, and a fantastic season with Trabzonspor. It's a wonderful finish, strikes it brilliantly, got to say, absolutely outstanding, but it's a bit too easy how it happens, and he does run off the back of our midfield players, you've got to say that.
Neil Lennon, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, it's a poor goal. It's like the way we've been playing, you know, we've been very negative. If you keep inviting the pressure against decent players, they're going to hurt you, and eventually that's what's happened. We've got to be far more assertive in our play. They actually get a bit of luck down here with the shot. It goes through Johnny Evans' legs, so you know, Peacock Farrell had absolutely no chance, but the amount of time he had on the edge of the box to control it and hit the shot, you know, we've been far too passive. Midfield, back five, we're defending almost as a back five all the time and leaving the two strikers isolated. We've given the midfield up at the minute, and you made a point about the midfield. We need to get Stephen Davis on the ball a lot more, because he's been a peripheral figure so far, and that's not just down to Stephen. I mean, the whole team has been very, very lukewarm so far, very negative.
Tassos Bakasitas, the goal scorer for Greece, his 6th goal for his country. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1. First game for these two nations in this Nations League campaign. 11th Nations League game for Northern Ireland as Gavin White goes tearing into a challenge there. That was ill-advised. That was frustration boiling over. That surely is going to be a yellow card. It is.
Yeah, looked a little bit late. Done this too much intent, low foot, but you know, it's the chasing shadows, the frustration that Gavin White's shown. He's had one half hit on target, which is, you know, that's a bit of a snapshot. Other than that, him and Lavery haven't seen the ball in the opposition's box, and as a result, Rota, he rattles one into him. You know, the lack of, Neil talks about Steve Davis, I think he's right, but the lack of time, you know, Saville and McCann have had on the ball, you know, we're just not popping the ball around with any confidence at the moment. Look aside, very, very edgy, if I'm honest. Yeah,
Nations League, not a competition that Northern Ireland have enjoyed. As I say, an 11th game in it this evening, and so far they're yet to win one. Just the 2 draws, 8 defeats, 6 goals, and now 19 conceded, and plenty of work to do at Windsor Park this evening. So late in the first half, atmosphere subdued. Greece leading by a goal to 0. Hatzidiakos clears with his left foot, easily dealt with by Johnny Evans, just glides into position, chests it down. McNair goes up the inside right channel. Conor Bradley well forward here, outside of his right foot, just looks for the run there of Gavin White, and the pass is behind him, and Greece will have a chance to clear up to the halfway line. Evans flicks his header back to Peacock Farrell. Bradley in an attacking position there, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's still such a very, very young man, and to be fair, there's a couple of bits haven't got his way tonight, but it's a lovely beautiful turn. He's so fluid in them forward areas, but actually then he just rushes it. He's got to have that little bit of composure. Neil talked about it, on the edge of the box when you've got a bit of time. It's a good opportunity, maybe having them strike himself, tries to play it outside the boot ball and gives it away. It really sums up Northern Ireland's half. All good to a point, but the final ball has nowhere near been good enough.
Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1. 2.5 minutes of normal time to be played in this first half, plus whatever added time we're going to get. Lim Nios chases a ball down the right, beyond him again. This one goes out for a throw-in to Northern Ireland, who, as I say, away to Cyprus on Sunday, away to Kosovo on Thursday, and then Cyprus come here a week on Sunday, and we've got commentary on that game on BBC Radio 5 Live. 2 o'clock kick-off on Sunday the 12th of June. Loads of Nations League commentaries coming your way next week as well. Saturday 5 o'clock kick-offs, Hungary, England. Wales, Ukraine World Cup playoff final. Full commentary on that one. 5 o'clock kick-off on Sunday. Tuesday night we got Germany, England. Wednesday night Wales against the Netherlands. Week Saturday, Republic of Ireland against Scotland, kicks off at 5. Full commentary on that one, followed by England, Italy at 7:45. So some great games coming your way. McNair's ball forward is blocked by Mantelas and goes out for a throw-in to Northern Ireland. And for all your reaction to the day's football happenings, the news, the games, the stories, Football Daily podcast, as always, available for you 7 days a week on the BBC Sounds app. So get the Sounds app on your device. McNair's foul, pushed in the back by Siopis, wins a free kick in the right back position. Search for the Football Daily, subscribe, and it will be there for you every single day of the week. Northern Ireland bringing the ball down the left with Paddy Lay, flowing freely, brings it infield, still going here, sees McCann on his right, passes it behind McCann though to McNair. McNair plays it wide to Bradley. McNair continues the run midway inside the Greek half. His run is blocked by Mantelas, but Bradley's got the ball, just sweeps a pass across the Greek half, and Ballard comes striding forward, looks to his left, plays that pass, and here's Saville. Paddy Lane makes the run on the outside. The move has slowed slightly as Stephen Davis comes racing towards Saville. He turns, plays the ball back into the centre circle, and Johnny Evans quickly on to McNair. Bradley hugging the touchline on the right hand side. Bradley takes a first touch, tries to run away from Tsimikas, loses his footing, feels he was fouled, but he's not going to get the decision. Giacomakis busting a gut to get onto the ball, possibly from Tsimikas if it comes. Tsimikas delays, plays the pass to the right hand side. There's the skipper again, and the shot comes in from the angle from Rotter, the right back, well forward in the attack. It's off target and goes wide of that near post and behind for a goal kick. Ian Dowie.
I think it is a foul, but I also think too often Conor Bradley come inside on Kostas Tsimikas. He's got to take him on the outside. I think his pace is electric. He's just got to trust himself down the outside. He's gone inside. Yes, he clips him a bit, he goes down, but I think it's just the way he falls. Thinks the referee doesn't think, as it happens again. Nonetheless, absolute gut-busting runs from the Greek players to get in forward positions. A couple of the Northern Ireland players jogging back.
Feels like a lack of belief, lack of confidence out on the pitch at the moment for Northern Ireland. I think that's reflected in the stands as well. Feels very subdued here this evening. Northern Ireland trailing by a goal to nil. We're in a minute of added time at the end of the first half. Back with Dennis Lloyd shortly, and more thoughts in a second from Neil Lennon on the half-time whistle on this what's been a rather disappointing first half for Northern Ireland. Greece, the better team, deserving their lead. There goes the half-time whistle. Ian Barraclough shakes his head, disappears down the tunnel. Greece lead with a late first half goal, and Ian Barraclough is going to have to change something here, Neil Lennon. It's not working.
You're absolutely right. Ian touched on, when Bradley has the ball, he's looking to go inside. What he needs a centre forward to come across and play with him. I'm not too sure White really knows how to play centre forward. For me, 45 minutes to get a goal or get 2 goals back, I think he's got to look to Lafferty now and get that bit of physicality up there, and maybe somebody who can be a pivot, because we're getting no fluidity. We're not keeping the ball anywhere well near enough. And to be honest with you, Ali, the goal was coming because we've been so negative in our play.
That goal scored by the Greek captain Tassos Bakasetas. Greece lead Northern Ireland at Windsor Park at half-time, Delith, by a goal to nil. Yeah, Northern Ireland trailing Greece by a goal to nil in this opening Nations League encounter here at Windsor Park. No changes made by Ian Barraclough for the start of this second half. Northern Ireland green shirts, white shorts with the green stripes down the side, green socks, playing from right to left in the second half against Greece. White shirts with the blue sash across the front, blue shorts and white socks, and Tsimikas under some early pressure from a ball down that right hand side, helped out by his centre-back Hatzidiakos. Conor Bradley, the 18-year-old, is there for Northern Ireland, tries to win a corner by smashing the ball into Tsimikas, but the ball fell nicely for Tsimikas, and Greece have worked it up the left. So we'll have to see, Ian Dowie, what Northern Ireland decide to do if they're going to try and change their approach at all in this second half. But obviously as they come forward, that's going to leave more space for Greece to counter-attack into as well.
Yeah, it obviously will on the counter-attack, but don't forget they'll also have to get the bodies back. I mean, what me and Neil were talking about with the wing-backs being much higher, is it does make sure that other people have to track back. They've started a little bit brighter, but I am a little bit surprised there's been no change made. I mean, to be fair, Neil's point, he talked about Gavin White not being a natural centre forward. I agree with it, and I've got to say, I'm a massive admirer of Shane Lavery, but he has been incredibly quiet.
Yeah, he's just completed his first season at Blackpool in the Championship. 10 goals for him in all competitions, 8 of those in the league after joining from Linfield. So he used to play his club football in this stadium. Free kick won by Greece, wide on the left, just inside the Northern Ireland half. So Northern Ireland in the 3-5-2. Bailey Peacock-Farrell, their regular goalkeeper now. Paddy McNair on the right-hand side of the back three. Johnny Evans in the middle. Daniel Ballard on the left. Conor Bradley and 21-year-old Paddy Lane are the two wing-backs. Ball comes flying across the Northern Ireland half from left to right, and Paddy Lane's putting pressure on Limnios here, and the throw goes Greece's way. Stephen Davis, the captain, George Saville, Ali McCann as a midfield three. McCann trying to get forward as much as he can to support that front two of Shane Lavery and Gavin White. Neil Lennon mentioned the name at half-time of Kyle Lafferty, who of course scored those 7 goals in qualifying for Euro 2016. Hasn't scored for the country for 6 years now. Someone who feared his international career was over, but had a good spell at Kilmarnock. Second half of the league season just gone. They're going to be playing in the Scottish Premiership again next season. Lafferty with some goals for them, so I'm sure we're going to see him at some point in this second half, because Northern Ireland need a goal. 2.5 minutes gone in the second half. Ball floated to the right. Paddy Lane throws himself at Rotter. Wasn't really playing the ball there. Barges into him in mid-air, knocks him over, and the referee at the moment just decides that's a free kick and nothing more. That was slightly agricultural, that.
Yeah, listen, nothing wrong with a slightly agricultural challenge, as you know.
As I know.
My whole style was agricultural, but that sort of sums up the way we are. It's a needless foul. You're not going to win the ball, and you give them time to kill a bit of the time in the game. And me and Neil know very well. Previous times you get teams, European teams, they kill time. You know what I mean? They go down, he comes off, we come back on. All of a sudden, 2 minutes has gone in the game. Northern Ireland need to get in and around this back four and start getting under their feather. You know what I mean? Really ruffle their feathers. I think you've got to make sure that they know they've been in the game, and that is good quality up to Lavery, and also I think some more physicality. I think it's desperately needed. I think we've been, as a front six, I'm talking about the midfield three as well, been very lacking physicality.
Yeah, a bit timid from Northern Ireland so far this evening. It just seems like they're a team lacking in a bit of belief and self-confidence at the moment. I'll give you the Greek lineup again in just a second. Tsimikas plays a nice 1-2, whips a quick first-time ball forward through the middle of the pitch. The skipper, Bakasetas, the goal scorer, chases it. Giacomakis just nudges Johnny Evans out of the way. The referee spotted that and gives the free kick to Northern Ireland. Giacomakis then kicks the ball away to delay the restart of play. Johnny Evans isn't going to let him get away with that. Complains, so Giacomakis gets the warning but doesn't get the card, and Peacock-Farrell gets ready to take the free kick. Little bit more noise from the Green and White Army at the start of this second half at Windsor Park. The sky's darkening ever so slightly. The floodlights are dotted along the sort of metal uprights on the roofs of the stands here, like car headlights shining out across the field. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1. Ball cleared up to the halfway line. Ballard jumps for it, misses it. Giakoumakis goes shoulder to shoulder with Johnny Evans, then gives him a shove in the chest for good measure. Holds onto the ball for Greece. Here's the right back Rota, plays back into his own half to Mavropanos, former Arsenal man. Hulking great figure at centre-back for Greece. Tsimikas gliding forward, fouled on the halfway line by Conor Bradley, although McCann's gone down injured for Northern Ireland. I think Tsimikas actually, his momentum took him into him, but that will be a free kick for Greece.
Yeah, but this start to the second half almost suits Greece. Foul after foul, set piece after set piece, just killing time. You know, we've got to drive this game. It's very important. You you talked about the atrocious nature of our Nations League record. I just think we've got to get some more energy in the team. I don't think there's been enough energy, if I'm honest. I think tracking back's been nowhere near good enough, but I also think that they've not shown enough desire to get on the ball, and they're winning every challenge at the moment. And it's lucky that Paddy Lane gets in the way of that, because otherwise they're way down their right-hand side.
Yeah, Bakasetas was just trying to poke a ball through to Limnios. Paddy Lane got his body in the way. Greece appealed for the handball, didn't get the decision. And here's Mavropanos, slides it down the right with his left foot. Limnios dummies a pass, drags the ball in field. Skipper Bakasetas lays it back to the defensive midfielder Siopis, who just keeps things moving. That sort of Jorginho role for Greece in central midfield. They've got control of the ball, they've got control of the game, and Northern Ireland need to try and assert themselves. And Ian Barraclough looks a little anxious and frustrated in the technical area down below us. Lavery chases a through ball, can't get there. Mavropanos plays it back to the keeper.
He puts his hand up, Samuel, but he's got to get it there. I mean, there's 45 yards of turf to get it in. He just underhits it, and as a result, Mavropanos gets back. I've got to say, Lavery's in if he's got certainly in the wide area. There's still a lot to do, but underhit pass. Did the story of Northern Ireland's game. Here they come again.
Yeah, Limnios wide on the right. Oh, that's a brilliant ball across the face of goal. Giakoumakis can't get the touch. If he had got a touch, then Peacock Farrell was probably in trouble.
I think he misses it. I don't know where he catches studs in the ground, but it looked like it was right in front of him. Just eludes him. I think his feet got caught in the turf. Can't quite see it. Yeah, it goes through him. I think it's Ballard throwing himself at the ball. Or is it Johnny Evans gets out the way of it? It goes through.
Great
Giakoumakis, what a chance.
Great ball from Limnios. Real miss from Giakoumakis. Northern Ireland are still in the game. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1. Here's their goalkeeper, Lakodimos. Northern Ireland fans roar. Mistake at the back from Hatzidiakos. Let the ball run past him. Northern Ireland won the throw. They've won another one. Stephen Davis is tackled. Conor Bradley holds the ball above his head, just getting a little bit noisier inside the stadium. Gavin White lays it off to Bradley. Northern Ireland can't keep it in that attacking position. Davis is back in there trying to win it. White on the right hand side. Little drag with the back heel. Gavin White almost onto it. Here he is now inside the Greek penalty area. Lays it to Saville. Hits the shot on the turn. That's blocked. Ball runs to Paddy Lane. Little twist and a turn from him on the edge of the Greek penalty area. Stephen Davis first time ball. Goes back and to his left. Daniel Ballard hoists it into the box. Body's thrown at it, the ball bounces loose. Lavery's cross comes in just over the head there of George Saville. Good pressure this from Northern Ireland early in the second half. Ball headed in to the edge of the box. Siopis is there, leaps to flick a header away, and Giakoumakis is clipped, but goodness me, throws himself to the floor and wins the free kick for Greece.
Yeah, well, that's what they're going to do. Every little touch is going to go to the ground, take up time, a little bit of pressure, not quite enough bodies in the box or any physicality, too many easy headers won by Greek side, but a little bit better for Northern Ireland. Comes out from a mistake from Greece, fortunately. But
can they keep that sort of thing going, do you think, Neil, then in second half? Just a bit more pressure there from Northern Ireland on the Greek defence.
They're going to have to, Ali, and they've got away with one because Giakoumakis should have scored. It was far too easy, getting in behind the lane, and the cross was beautiful. And I don't know, he's like Ian said, I think his studs got caught in the turf, but it should be 2-0. That might give Northern Ireland a wake-up call, and hopefully they're going to start to play with a bit more aggression, a bit more positivity, and play the way that Northern Ireland have to play, and that is get the ball forward quickly, get it wide, and maybe cross the ball a bit more, because this philosophy of trying to play through them is not working.
Well, atmosphere's the loudest we've heard it all night so far. Shane Lavery's just been clattered by Mavropanos, so Northern Ireland have a free kick, 7-8 yards inside the Greek half. Greece lead the game by a goal to nil. Spain still leading Portugal by a goal to nil. In the top tier of the Nations League. Davis with the free kick, flick on from Johnny Evans. Saville again tries to hit a shot on the turn. That's blocked, cleared by Bukalakis. Paddy McNair's there for Northern Ireland. First time ball, back down that inside right channel. Saville leaps well, controls it on the half volley, plays it back to the 18-year-old. Liverpool's Conor Bradley across to the 37-year-old Stephen Davis. Loose touch from Ballard, turned that into a 50-50, won the challenge, but Northern Ireland have lost the ball. Greece tried to get it down the right-hand side with Rota, and he's managed to win his team a throw, and that was unfortunate. The first touch from Ballard as Northern Ireland were building just broke the momentum.
Yeah, and also Saville, when the ball fell to him in the box, he actually took a touch that brought him backwards. If he could take it across his body, he was in on goal, because it really did fall fortunately for him. But unfortunately, he took a first touch that took him backwards.
We're talking Cypriot football with Neil Lennon at half-time. Cyprus 0, Kosovo 2. Early kick-off in this group this evening. So Kosovo with 3 points on the board, and Greece heading that way at the moment, leading Northern Ireland by a goal to nil. But Northern Ireland fans sense better things in this second half. Stephen Davis, edge of his own penalty area, floats the ball out to the right. Tsimikas read it, intercepts it, can't keep it in play. Throw in Northern Ireland in the right back position. Czech Republic 1, Switzerland 1 is the latest. Norway 1-0 up away to Serbia. Just going to click on that to see if you know who has scored the goal for Norway. It is Manchester City's Erling Haaland has the goal for Norway this evening. Slovenia 0, Sweden 1. Paddy Lane is tackled here by Siopis. Northern Ireland have a throw just inside the Greek half on the left-hand side.
I just thought Lane could have slipped that ball down the line for Gavin White, who has made some runs in behind today, to be fair to him.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of joy, but I've got to say, how many crosses have we seen the wing backs make? The answer is next to none.
Yeah.
And really, that's a feature of playing with wing backs. You have to get them across the ball and make sure they're a threat from the other side. We haven't seen any of that.
Second cap for Paddy Lane tonight. If he does establish himself and gets a regular following, you'd imagine the easy tune to sing his name to would be the Beatles' Penny Lane. He's gone down, attacking down the left, taken a knock on his knee, and he's stayed down, and Greece come forward, and this could leave Northern Ireland exposed. Ballard is back to try and get a challenge in on Giacomakis. Giacomakis then stops play. 2 players down, actually, Greek players down as well as Paddy Lane. Game stops, it's out of play. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1.
I've got to say, I watched that challenge. I've got to say, there's absolutely no contact with Bakasetis. He's in his rights. It is a fairly deep, not the best challenge. He's saying he was caught, he wasn't. And they do this so well, they kill time. Part of the cleverness of Greek football.
So Paddy Lane took a knock on the knee. He's in some pain at the moment, the 21-year-old for Northern Ireland, and Bakasetis, a contender for the simulation game on 606 this weekend, according to Ian Dowie, fooling the referee and buying a bit of time possibly. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1. Let's get back to Neil Lennon, who's watching the game in the studio in Glasgow this evening. Neil, in terms of the quiz question I set in the first half while we got a break in play, winners of the Euros, are you able to rattle a few of those off? Have you had to think about that?
Well, you got Portugal, Spain,
yeah,
Italy. Yeah. Are you getting Germany and West Germany?
Yeah, you can have. Yes, they count as one. Yeah.
France.
Yeah.
Czech Republic. Czechoslovakia.
Thank you.
Denmark.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. It's going to get this done before we get play back underway here.
I haven't got a pen and paper with me.
No.
Russia won.
Yeah, but they're under Soviet Union.
Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Many's that?
Yeah, you've almost got them all. Greece, I mentioned, they're in front of us, so you're missing one. Team that won it in '88. You'll get it if I say that.
Holland.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that, Ian.
He's an expert at this.
He is very good.
He got me through pointless. Trust me.
Neil Lennon, Ian Dowie with us on 5 Live at BBC Sounds this evening. Greece have given the ball away. We're back underway. Stephen Davis, fouled by Siopis, wins the free kick in the middle of the Greek half. Greece just looking a little rattled at the start of the second half here.
A little bit, but there is yet to be really troubled. I mean, you're the expert at these Greek pronunciations, you know, Ali. We've hardly mentioned the keeper's name.
Yeah, Vlachodimos. Odysseus Vlachodimos of Benfica.
I thought he was resting Vlachodimos because he's had nothing to do.
Free kick, Northern Ireland. Paddy McNair holds his right arm in the air, curls this towards the penalty spot. That's headed away. Siopis defends it, plays a nice ball to his right hand side, and Northern Ireland have got to get back quickly here. Limnios tries to float a ball to the left. Boukalakis will chase. Peacock Farrell out to the edge of the area, catches it for Northern Ireland. Slings it out to Johnny Evans. Evans on the left hand side of defence there, plays a pass across to Stephen Davis in midfield. No pressure on Northern Ireland, on the ball inside their own half, trailing Greece by a goal to nil. Here's McCann of Preston to Shane Lavery. Didn't see much of him in the first half for Northern Ireland. That looks like a slightly loose ball back into the Northern Ireland half. Johnny Evans onto it, played towards George Saville, just kept in play by Paddy Lane on the left. Northern Ireland getting ready to make a double change here. Just seen down there, Ian.
Like Carl Lafferty.
Yep, and McGinn. So that should bring a bit more goal threat, you'd hope, for Northern Ireland. Lane finds Lavery. Lavery bumped into by Mavropanos, who's a man mountain. That's going to hurt. Wins the free kick. Not quite in shooting range, probably about 35 yards from the Greek goal, but needs a good ball into the box.
Yeah, it does.
So double change on the way. Let's see who's coming off. Carl Lafferty then coming on for Shane Lavery. That'll be no surprise to you, Ian.
No surprise, but you are taking off a big goal threat. I mean, he has had no chances, but his game is not particularly coming to feet and linking. It's down the side. He's had very little, so it's a much more physical presence.
18-year-old Conor Bradley, the other one to come off. Niall McGinn comes on, so that possibly might mean a little change in shape for Northern Ireland as well. We'll see how Ian Barraclough rearranges it. Again, that's got the fans involved. Kyle Lafferty gets a very warm welcome back. 20 goals in his international career, but has not scored in his last 31 appearances for his country. Low ball from Paddy Lane into the box. Causes a bit of panic there. Mavropanos eventually gets a left foot on it and clears it into the Northern Ireland half.
Well, he's straight into the physicality. Lafferty bumping and boring with a couple of the centre halves there. Not frightened. I mean, we did lack a bit of physicality. Too many easy headers in that box, but let's see what Niall McGinn does.
Marshall Gillespie, the man who does the Northern Ireland stats, told me downstairs in the press room ahead of this game, I think it's 18 hours and 47 minutes since Carl Lafferty scored for Northern Ireland, but what a hero he was in that Euro 2016 qualification campaign that saw Northern Ireland qualify for their first major final since 1986.
Just thinking, should we just flip to a back four, so with McNair going as a there,
on the right,
and
Lane on the left,
Lane on the left,
Ballard,
back four, and then we'll go with more like a front three. So you got McGinn, Lafferty, and White.
Lafferty getting physical again, jumping for a header. Lane's ball intercepted by Siopis. Greece quickly on the front foot. Siopis plays the ball here to Mantalos. Tsimikas gives him a shout, supports him on the outside on the left. Up level with the edge of the Northern Ireland penalty area. Played back to Mantalas into central midfield. Boukalakis takes one touch and then lays the ball off to Mavropanos. Quickly gives it back to him. Then it comes to Limnios. Boukalakis floats it with his left foot. One bounce onto the chest of Tsimikas, right in front of that small pocket of Greek supporters. Tsimikas just runs into the challenge of Paddy McNair. He brings the ball away for Northern Ireland, takes his time, measures up his pass, plays it down the line to Carl Lafferty, back to goal, and Lafferty gets a kick on the back of the leg and wins the free kick for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, let's do things at a bit of tempo, get the free kick in play quickly, unless we're going to go long.
So free kick just inside that Northern Ireland half. Ian Barraclough possibly thinking about further changes, in discussion at the moment down below us. Northern Ireland trailing by a goal to nil. Ball at the feet of George Saville on the edge of the box, laid off to him by Gavin White. White, who scored 3 goals for Northern Ireland under Barraclough, the most of any player during Barraclough's time in charge. Northern Ireland looking for another free kick, don't get it. McGinn is onto an interception, trying to slide a pass through to the edge of the box, couldn't find his man, gets it back. Slightly awkward ball back into the Northern Ireland half. Ballard has to chase back, gets there in time, finds Peacock Farrell just outside his penalty area, plays it to Johnny Evans, who's Closed down quickly there by Limnios. Peacock Farrell under pressure, digs his left foot underneath the ball, can't get it up to the halfway line. Rotter heads it infield, and Bukalakis looking for the ball through the middle to Giakoumakis, overhits it, and it's back with Bailey Peacock Farrell. Ian Dowie.
Real chance there for Giakoumakis to really overhit. Well, Bukalakis didn't nowhere near weight the pass well enough, but I think it's going to open up playing with a back four. Certainly there'll be bigger spaces for that front three of Greece to get going, and they are good on the counter-attack, but hopefully they have some problems to deal with at the other end. Great tackle from McCann.
Yeah, brilliant work from Ali McCann, chasing back, gets a foot in and gets Northern Ireland attacking down the left. McGinn, ball at his right feet, short squat figure, number 7 on his back, cross comes in, Siopis again, it's so theatrical. I think he was fouled by Saville, but it's like watching, I don't know, Swan Lake.
No, certainly a degree of difficulty. Some of the dives are incredible, but the trouble is, if they feel contact, they go. I mean, look, he was holding his leg like it was broken. He's up like a flash. So it's, what they do is it's kill the game. But we've got to be smarter. It wasn't the greatest ball in, I've got to say. We've got to get deeper in that final third, and then if we're checking back with an in-swinger or go the other way, with the out-swinger. But at the moment, that's a very easy cross to have to deal with.
Well, their two centre-backs, Mavropanos and Hatsidiakos, love that, don't they? They do. They will gobble those up.
Yeah, they won't like them when they're coming when the last, their final 18, when it's whipped in with a bit of pace. If we can get that area, certainly Paddy McNair, when he gets in them areas as a fullback now, can deliver quality. And you think Lane and Namagan on this side the same.
Greece getting ready to make a double change here. Tassos Giovannis is going to be coming on, and Vangelis Pavlidis as well, of AZ Alkmaar, forward-thinking player for Greece. They lead this game by a 1-0. First Nations League game, 3rd edition of the competition in this group for Northern Ireland and Greece. Ball is with Johnny Evans inside the Northern Ireland half. Little step over from him. You can actually buy, I saw today in the news agency, in a Nations League sticker book for the group stages. So I think for the finals they'll do another one, but you can actually buy I didn't go for it actually, in the end, and I'd done my prep. Oh, here's a chance. McGinn on the volley, straight at the goalkeeper. That came out of absolutely nothing. Ball headed to McGinn, and the keeper makes a comfortable save. But again, just a little bit more threat from Northern Ireland. Suddenly they've got some defending to do, though. Here's Limnios on the right-hand side. Plays the ball to the goal scorer and skipper, Bakasetis. Bukalakis outside of his left foot. Poor pass, intercepted by Paddy McNair. McNair starts to drive forward for Northern Ireland. Lafferty's calling for it in the middle. Support from Gavin White as well. Still McNair.
Good ball.
Sweeps it across field to the left. McGinn to Davis to Lane. Cross into the far post. Gavin White was trying to attack it, couldn't quite reach it. McCann's in there, lovely pass from McCann on the stretch to Paddy Lane. Lane to Davis on the edge of the box. Davis with the curler underneath it over the bar and behind for the goal kick. Much better from Northern Ireland.
It was, and also there's a little bit signs of fatigue there. Hence the 3 changes now for Greece. They weren't tracking back well then.
So coming on, we've also got Dimitris Korbelis. So triple change for Greece. Lead Northern Ireland by a 1-0. We've already reached the midway point of this second half. Giovannis is coming on for Giakoumakis, I think. Limnios comes off. Limnios got blanked there by Gus Poyet, didn't realise he was offering the high five. Then Poyet realises his mistake and thanks his player for his efforts. Giakoumakis dragging himself from the field, and Giovannis comes on. Gus Poyet gives Giakoumakis a little slap on the cheek. Actually, Giakoumakis, what a chance he had early in the second half, possibly to put this game out of Northern Ireland's reach.
He did, it would have been out of reach. Interesting, a couple of Korbelis and Giovannis, both Panathinaikos players. So, I mean, there's good pressing up. For me, I like the work that Giakoumakis is doing. I wouldn't have taken him off, but he's gone down that route.
So triple change for Greece is made. This is 5 Live, also available on the BBC Sounds app. Full commentary of Northern Ireland, Greece. This time tomorrow night you'll be listening to the second half of the Super League game. Warrington against Leeds, commentary on that one. One of the substitutes, Giovannis, already into the action here. Tricky little winger, tries a right-footed cross, gets underneath it, over the crossbar it goes, and behind for a goal kick. Tomorrow night from 7 till 9, a look ahead to all the international football action in the Friday Football Social. Darren Fletcher's guests will be Clinton Morrison and Nigel Rio-Coker. Whole mix of sports for you on Saturday. 2 o'clock full commentary on the Women's French Open final. The tennis at Roland Garros. Coco Gauff against Iga Swiatek, the world number 1. We've got the derby. Commentary on that at 4:30. Hungary, England. Kicks off at 5 o'clock. John Murray and Matt Upson with that one. Free kick for Greece. Midway inside the Northern Ireland half. Wide on the left-hand side. They lead Northern Ireland by 1-0. Northern Ireland, if you are just tuning in, have been better in the second half, but yet really to create the clear-cut chance. We've had the McGinn volley that was easily saved. Tsimikas whips that ball in. Mavropanos up to win the header, can't get the power. Peacock Farrell makes a comfortable save.
Really good delivery, I've got to say, from Tsimikas. I do like him on the ball.
Mayor's ball down the right-hand side for Gavin White.
He's done really well tonight.
The ball is back with the Greek goalkeeper, under a bit of pressure there. Vlachodimos. Gavin White closes in.
Good.
Panicky clearance from Tsimikas, throwing for Northern Ireland, attacking position on the right-hand side.
Substitution for Northern Ireland.
Right, another change coming for Northern Ireland. Gavin White is coming off, and Dion Charles of Bolton Wanderers, now of Bolton Wanderers, is coming on. Gavin White sprints off, applauds the Northern Ireland fans. There's a giant green and white flag that has not stopped waving away to our left. Gavin White gets a pat on the back from Ian Barraclough. Fourth official has a little word with the Northern Ireland boss about something. Dion Charles runs into the penalty area, number 11 on his back for Northern Ireland. Can they find themselves an equaliser? Ian Barraclough, the manager, said at the start of the week, targeting 4 wins out of 4. Definitely doesn't want to start with the defeat against who we think will be Northern Ireland's toughest opponents in the group. Challenge on Paddy Lane. The ball goes out for a Northern Ireland throw on the left. Spain still lead Portugal by 1-0. Czech Republic 2, Switzerland 1. Miscue clearance there from the right back. Rotter throw in for Northern Ireland. Just feel again a little head of steam building here. Fans sense it as well. They're on their feet.
Long throw. Czech Republic got a good young side, haven't they? A lot of emerging talent in that team for sure.
So throw in level with the penalty spot on the left. There's a slight incline that Daniel Ballard's going to have to run up 5 or 6 steps, throws his body into it. Not his best throw that. Evans tries to win the flick on. Ball out to the edge of the Greek penalty area. That's Dion Charles, his first touch of the game. Plays it back to Ali McCann. Stephen Davis with his right foot, straight back to McCann. McCann, high ball into the penalty area. Goalkeeper sees that early. Up he comes. Leap side. Oh, goalkeeper kicks out. And Kyle Lafferty didn't like the challenge from Lafferty on his back. Kicked his feet out at Lafferty. Whether he made any contact or not, Lafferty certainly felt it, but he didn't go down. Very easily gets sent off for doing something like that.
I agree. Petulance from the keeper. Vlachodimos.
Here he is on the ball, getting loudly booed and jeered now. Clears it with his right foot. Paddy Lane wins the header. Lafferty's not in the middle to collect that. Little cushioned header from Hatsidiakos and back in the arms of the goalkeeper Vlachodimos, and Kyle Lafferty managed to get under his skin. Tsimikas long ball forward. Ballard's got it covered for Northern Ireland. Wants to let that run out of play if he can. Uses his body to do so. Goes behind for the goal kick. Neil Lennon. We have got 17 minutes plus added time to go. Better from Northern Ireland, do you feel, Neil, in the second half from what you've seen?
Well, much better. I think the introduction of Lafferty, as Ian touched on, more physicality. Now McGinn, that was a great chance. I don't think he realised he had more time than he thought, and the finish of that conviction. But it's better. I think Greece are happy with the 1-0, and they'll just sit in and maybe try and counter-attack. So it's all on Northern Ireland now to force the issue.
That's what they're trying to do. Lafferty's won a header, good centre-forward play, nodded it to Dion Charles. Touch got away from him. Tsimikas clears by the byline. Throw in for Northern Ireland. Taken quickly. McGinn. Pass blocked, headed behind by Mantelas for a corner for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, but again, it all comes from Lafferty winning the header, which Neil talked about, and we talked about physicality. He does give us that. And what we now need to do is get the delivery bang on.
Corner then for Northern Ireland, just over 15 minutes to play, trailing Greece by 1-0. Northern Ireland yet to win a game in the Nations League. since it started in 2018. Can they find the equaliser? Corner comes in from the right, high swinging delivery, ball bounces just outside the area. Paddy Lane nods it into the body.
Trouble
here of Siopis, trouble indeed as Greece pour forward on the counter. Is Siopis going to get the pass right? Lays it to his right hand side, into the box is the right back Rotter. Two Northern Ireland defenders on him, they've got enough bodies back in time, and then Rotter panics a little bit, goes through the back of George Saville. Northern Ireland get the free. Siopis had an option to his left there.
Yeah, I would have gone. He didn't go early enough, and in the end it was the wrong decision, but an early ball to that left hand side puts them in all sorts of trouble. I think it was Montolas who'd been running onto it. Just wonder, with the formation, what they've gone with, Dion Charles. He's not a natural wide man, more like playing down the middle. So what they have to do is make sure that they get Dion Charles making runs into out. But there's that run. If he senses Carl Affett is going to win, that's a good ball.
Yeah,
by
ball
Davis
from Stephen Davis. First time half volley with the right foot instep, looking for Charles wide on the right. Tsimikas goes back to cover it, back to his goalkeeper, who's going to get stick for the rest of the evening now. Slice clearance, drops midway inside the Greek half. Siopis is there. Ball runs underneath the foot of Corbelis. Greeks get lucky. And then the pass is behind Rotter. No, it's from Rotter, and it's behind Chatsia Giovannis, who set off. He was at full speed down the right, and the ball was just knocked out of play 10 yards behind him. Throw in Northern Ireland, they've taken it. They're still trailing Greece here by 1-0. Last time they met, qualifying for Euro 2016, Northern Ireland won both games 2-0 in Athens in that fantastic qualifying campaign, and the famous 3-1 win here, 2 Stephen Davis goals, October 2015. Paddy Lane bringing it forward into the feet of Lafferty. Lafferty's surrounded by white Greece shirts. Ball out from the Greek half, not accurate enough, goes out for a throw into Northern Ireland.
As I remember that first game, Lafferty ran amok in that first game, didn't he?
Yeah, I think you're right.
He did. Yeah, he was caused all sorts of trouble. He was at the peak of his powers then.
Yeah,
because he's a centre forward who can really run in behind, and he's caused a few problems already since he's come on. Just got to get the right sort of quality into him, and then get runners off him.
Be a hugely popular goal were he to score one tonight. Not scored in 6 years for his country. 2016 against Azerbaijan, his last goal for Northern Ireland. They're looking for him again. That's a poor ball forward from Paddy Lane. Tired ball. Here's Stephen Davis. Davis wins it back and plays back into his own half. It was all he could do. Johnny Evans on the turn goes to collect. We're into the last 15 minutes of the game.
Another couple of changes.
Couple more changes coming. Trey Hume,
who went to Linfield to Sunderland. That's fitted in very well there.
Trey Hume
and
wow, Shea Charles. That's
why not?
One. Yeah, why not indeed. 18-year-old. So a real youngster, impressed on a training camp in England last week. Paddy Lane's cross in. Attempted volley at the near post from Dion Charles is blocked, and the ball goes behind for a corner. So much better from Northern Ireland in the second half.
And that's what Dion Charles gives you from that wide area. When he is playing wide, he will make them runs into the box. He's in a great position to do that.
So Shea Charles is a Manchester City footballer, has been with them since playing at under-9 level, and is about to come on and win his first international cap for his country. Trey Hume comes on for Paddy Lane, who has looked tired in the last 5 minutes or so. And Shea Charles, what a warm welcome he's been. What a moment.
Yeah, incredible. There's a lot of hype around him. From what I'm gathering, he's lit up training, in several moments. It's going to be special in the play.
So he's a regular in the under-23 side for Manchester City. Yet to play for the first team, obviously there. But if you're on the books and you're playing for that team in the Premier League too, then you've clearly got something about you. And here he is, 18 years old, making his debut. Ball clears him. Johnny Evans gives it a shout and wins the header. 12 minutes remaining in the game. Northern Ireland really need to push now, trailing Greece by 1-0. That goal came late in the first half. Ian Barraclough is trying to hand the ball back to Lazaros Rotter, the right back, who was just ignoring him and pretending he wasn't there, trying to kill a bit more time. Throw in, comes back here to Mavropanos. So lots of changes from Northern Ireland. We've got Dion Charles out there and Shea Charles out there as well now. Ball forward from Hatzidakis. That's overhit with the left foot and comes through to Peacock Farrell, Northern Ireland's goalkeepers. Had nothing really to do in the second half, although Giacomakis did miss that wonderful chance from close range, that right wing cross early in the second half, which could easily have made it 2-0 to Greece. McNair with a right-footed curling ball, looking for Dion Charles, doesn't find him. Here's Shea Charles, first touch of the game, chests it down, then the ball's quickly taken off him by Pavlidis, who's actually quite similar in build to Giacomakis, isn't he, in that centre-forward role? He's a big, hulking centre-forward. Here's Tsimikas on the left. Ian Dowie with us here at Windsor Park. Neil Lennon watching on studio in Glasgow. Ball to the right-hand side is overhit. Rotter can't control it. More thoughts from Neil in a second. Let's see what Northern Ireland can do with this. So Trey Hume to Shea Charles. Charles strokes a pass with his left foot to Stephen Davis. Johnny Evans caresses one with his left foot across to Ballard. Ballard to Davis. Davis in the centre circle. Charles in space. Shea Charles, the 18-year-old, comes bouncing forward. Looks to his right. Stephen Davis is there. Greece are back in numbers. Davis just chips the ball to Dion Charles on the right. Charles takes a touch, brings it back to Davis. Davis out wide to McNair. McNair gets that cross into the near post, headed behind, Northern Ireland corner.
Yeah, well, McNair can deliver from wide areas. A decent ball in, good header.
Corner Northern Ireland.
He actually really had a good chance to get Dion Charles away. That ball he hit down the line, just didn't put enough weight on it. Got to attack that front post area. He must get some sort of first contact. They're really good at blocking. You look at them, how much they grab hold and everything. It's very easy. Good header. Yeah,
Ballard got up well to win the header, nodded it down into the danger zone, cleared by Greece. Chased back here by Hume, bumped into by Siopis, but the ball had enough on it to go out for a throw into Northern Ireland. Time is running out for them. 10 minutes to play. Trailing Greece by a goal to nil. Hungary, England, Nation League commentary, 5 o'clock on Saturday, followed by 2 hours of 6:06 for myself and Chris Sutton, taking your calls on all the international football over the weekend. Massive game at the Cardiff City Stadium on Sunday, in full on 5 Live. Ian Dennis bringing you that one. Wales against Ukraine for a place at the World Cup in Qatar at the end of the year. The winners of that game will also go into England's group alongside the USA and Iran. Another change for Greece. Experienced defender Georgios Savelas is coming on for Siopis in central midfield. He's taken his time to leave the field.
He's a unit.
Savelas is a unit indeed. 34 years old, winning his 46th captain. Yeah, just the way he runs actually. Ground rumbling underneath his feet. Shea Charles with his right foot plays the ball back to Daniel Ballard. Can Northern Ireland create another chance like the one that came out of nothing for Niall McGinn? Lurking at the far post at the moment, Lafferty and McGinn, but the ball is back in the Northern Ireland half. Here's Hume with his right foot. Good ball. Pacey first time ball that to Davis. Davis controls it, tries to find Hume again, can't do so, and it goes out for a throw in.
They've gone to the back three and with the two wing back. That should help us with this 4. So that was a really good ball around the corner from Trey Hume. Unfortunately, and Stephen Davis put it out of play, but they've got to try and, when they do put a press on, try and pass round the press, because once you've got through that initial press, you're then at a back 5 and they'll sit deep.
Rotter with the throw for Greece down the right. Hume wins the header. Shea wins the next one. Ball won't come down. There's a handball in there from one of the Greek players. Free kick for Northern Ireland. Gus Poyet, silky first touch as ever, actually does Northern Ireland a favour there. Lets them take the free kick more quickly than Greece might have wanted. Here's Shea Charles, the 18-year-old. Low pass out to the right, finds Paddy McNair. McNair just inside the Greek half. Back to Shea Charles in central midfield. Across to Johnny Evans. Evans inside the centre circle. Thought about going long. Again, just goes to his right to Ballard. Ballard now chips it up to the edge of the area. Davis tries to win the flick on. Shea Charles stabs it forward. Little touch from Dion Charles. Rash challenge on him. Free kick Northern Ireland. Now this is in shooting range. 25 yards out. Yellow card for the challenge.
Well, I don't know. Carl Lafferty's got hold of it. I'm not sure that's his speciality, but he seems not to want to get rid of it. I've got to say, it's brilliant from Dion Charles. There's some little cameos I've seen of Dion Charles. Sometimes I think he's one of them ones who needs a bit more game time. You know, a lovely little touch, then a little nutmeg, brings the foul. Niall McGinn wanting it.
Yeah. So the free kick is just to the right of the penalty spot as Northern Ireland look at it. They're attacking the goal away to our left. Carl, you're right, Ian. Lafferty grabbed the ball immediately, didn't he? Because there could have been an advantage play. Lafferty was like, no, I want the free kick. Picked it up. That little semicircle of vanishing spray in front of the ball. 6 minutes remaining in this game, and Kyle Lafferty sensing potentially a first goal in 6 years for his country, which could be an equaliser in this opening Nations League encounter in Group C2. Lafferty with his hands on his hips.
Yeah. Well, I hope I'm wrong. I mean, I haven't seen him take too many set pieces. He's certainly not in the Chris Brunt. But listen, let's hope I've got it wrong. And he whips it in the top corner.
Let's see. Lafferty, short run to the ball with his right foot. Oh, it wasn't far away. It brushes the roof of the net and it goes behind for a goal kick. Let's bring Neil Lennon in again. 6 minutes to go. Neil, so much better from Northern Ireland in the second half. They're going to have regrets, I think, about the first half performance if they lose this game.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, it is a lot better. I think the introduction of the substitutes has given them energy, and that little cameo from Dion Charles where he nutmegged the centre half, wins a free kick. That's exactly what they've been playing out for. Just a little bit of individual sort of brilliance to break the lines. Greece now have set their stall out. You know, they're happy with 1-0. It's all on Northern Ireland now for the last sort of, 5-10 minutes to, get a goal. Try and get a goal and not lose the game now.
5 minutes plus added time. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1. That was Neil Lennon. Ian Dowie sitting alongside me here. The ball is at the feet of Niall McGinn. McGinn in his white boots down the line to Hume. Hume foul. Play continues. McCann well tackled. Ball goes out for a throw to Greece inside their half on the right, and suddenly there's a shoelace that needs to be done up from Petros Mantalos. So the goal scored by Bakasetas, one of the most entertaining moments of the evening. Probably in second place was Ian Dowie and myself trying to eat the pre-match pie without a fork that had sort of moulded itself to the aluminium cup it was already in.
No,
it was embarrassing, that, Ian. I mean,
that was very difficult.
It was tricky. It was like dogs eating out of a bowl.
It was indeed.
Simicast.
We had a good go at it though.
We did. We needed it. Ball here with Hume. Northern Ireland, time running out for them. 4 minutes to play. Next game for them away to Cyprus. 5 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. Kicking off at that time in the Cardiff City Stadium. Wales against Ukraine. We'll have full commentary on that World Cup playoff final. And also Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock, the men's final at the French Open tennis. All coming your way on 5 Live and BBC Sounds over the weekend. McGinn, strong challenge on him. Was hoping he might win a corner. McCann volleys the cross into the Greece penalty area. Mantalas is able to clear on the turn. No one forward for Greece now. No. So Ballard is back there on his own. Collects possession. Oh, lovely use of the body there from Shea Charles. Just let the ball run across him. Fooled the striker Pavlidis. Northern Ireland bring it down the left. McGinn checks back onto his right foot. Dangerous ball into the penalty area. Greece able to clear it again. Here's Pavlidis. Pavlidis pass to his left is intercepted. All Northern Ireland at the moment. Stoppage in play. Greek defender down inside his penalty area. I've no idea what's happened there. Greece complaining. Kyle Lafferty's involved again. Frustration is boiling over inside Windsor Park, and Northern Ireland still trailing Greece by a goal to nil.
His boots come off, and I don't know why he can't get up. Maybe someone's trodden his foot and we didn't see it, but this is just part of the tricks they play. There you go, he's up and about now, he's fine.
Mavropanos is the man down, getting ready to put his boot on again. Gus Poyet is out on the edge of the pitch, frantically delivering instructions. Now who's going to get booked here? Referees come over to the side of the pitch. Is that one of the Northern Ireland? Yes, yellow card.
Yeah.
Not for Ian Barraclough.
No. This looks like George Baldock should have come on here, is it?
George Baldock, man, I've got to mention him this evening now. The Greek international, the Sheffield United defender, qualifies for his late grandmother and is going to make a first appearance for Greece here at Windsor Park. Just 2 minutes to play. We're into the 89th minute. Lafferty up to try and win a flick on. Northern Ireland desperately throwing players forward now. Hume closed down quickly. Good challenge on him. Couldn't control it. The ball's gone out for a throw into Greece. Time running out for Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland 0. Greece 1. Greece in no hurry whatsoever to take the throw. So the right back, Rotter, with a few keepy ups here. tucks the ball underneath his white shirt, dries the moisture off it, puts it in both hands, skips down the touchline, little flick on from Pavlidis. Johnny Evans is there to deal with it for Northern Ireland, plays it back to his goalkeeper, Bailey Peacock-Farrell, and we're about to tick over into the 90th minute of the game. This is Paddy McNair on the ball inside his own half, running to his left, plays the pass to Johnny Evans. Trey Hume in loads of space on the left-hand side. Not sure George Baldock necessarily going to get on the field. We're heading towards added time. We're now in the 90th minute of the game. Evans, low pass to his right. Missed any of the action this evening? All the football news, the reaction, the views in the Football Daily podcast, available via the BBC Sounds app 7 days a week, as Evans plays a low ball to his right to McNair. Down that inside right channel. Lay off from McCann. The ball now with Dion Charles on the right. McCann gets it, tries to get a first-time cross. Might fall to Stephen Davis. Ball tried a clever little pass there. Davis tries to win it back. Play continues. A little bit of keepy up from Stephen Davis with his back to goal. Greece trying to bring it away. Mavropanos throwing himself at the ball 2 or 3 times, bundling into a couple of challenges. Referee sees nothing wrong with that. Play continues. Johnny Evans to his left finds Hume. Hume back to the halfway line. Northern Ireland desperate for a goal. Ballard comes forward down the right, plays it to McNair. McGinn lays it off to Dion Charles. Charles is going to have a dribble. 5 minutes of added time at the end of the game. There is still time for Northern Ireland. Ballard with his right foot to Shea Charles, just enough on that to reach McNair wide on the right. Greece defending, everybody behind the ball.
Yeah, very much so. Get Trey Hume in there, delivering in swing hook. He's a right-footed player.
There it is. Hume, flick on from Lafferty towards the far post. McNair was attacking it, headed back to the goalkeeper. Vlachodimos chests it down into added time. Greece leading the game by a goal to 0. And as Neil Lennon was suggesting, you know, they got their goal late in the first half. They have been quite happy really with that, haven't they?
Yeah, I think for the last 20 minutes they've backed off and done what they've done. They are masters of killing the game. Dropping down, you've seen Mavropanos losing his boot. And the stupid foul from Daniel Ballard.
Pavlidis using his body well as the centre forward wins the free kick for Greece. They can run the clock down. George Baldock will get an international debut for Greece. It was Jimmy Nicholl who got the yellow card as part of the Northern Ireland coaching staff. He's been doing that job for years and years and years.
And Rotter knows he's coming off, so he's run straight up at the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, but he's got to go off. He's got to go off at the closest point of exit.
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
So
Rotter's coming off. Where is he?
There he is. He ran up there, so he's got to come back off
the longest way possible. Yeah, and he's doing that at a snail's pace. So we're in added time here. Why is the referee not hurrying him up here? Come on, get off the field. Well, now he breaks into barely a jog. Then he slowly. That looks like me on the treadmill. That does. Honestly, that's
embarrassing. It's not that slow,
surely. Free kick for Greece. They lead Northern Ireland by a goal to 0. So it looks like Kosovo and Greece are going to start this group with the win. Tsimikas, high ball to the far post, attempted volley back across goal, blocked by Hume, and it goes behind for a corner to Greece. 3 minutes remaining in the game. Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1. Wales having lost their first Nations League game of this campaign earlier in the week away to Poland, but a much changed team, of course, that one was, ahead of the playoff game against Ukraine on Sunday. Greece changing corner takers just to waste another 20 seconds or so, and then Mantalos picks the ball up. Yeah, he's going to get booked for this now. Mantalos gets booked because he picked the ball up, spun it in his hands a few times, then placed it down on the edge of the quadrant. So he's finally booked for time wasting. Doesn't really help Northern Ireland. Mantalos takes it short. Greece want to keep it in the corner. Pavlidis is trying to do that. Johnny Evans knocks him off it, keeps the ball in play on the byline, and Lafferty's back there inside his own box and just whacks it clear up towards Niall McGinn. The ball bounces off 2 Greek defenders. McGinn goes over, doesn't get the free kick, goes in to make a tackle. Ball loose on the halfway line, getting very scrappy in the late stages of this game. McGinn tries to win a tackle. I thought he kept that in. That was a little bit of keepy up from McGinn on the right, but the ball apparently went out of play, and that'll be a throw-in for Greece inside their own half. We're into the last 2 minutes. It looks like it's going to be another really disappointing, frustrating night for Northern Ireland, who once again at Windsor Park have failed to score a goal.
I mean, it's becoming worrying trend. I mean, Neil talked about the lack of creativity. Certainly there's been in the first half, a bit better in the second half, but still I don't remember the Lachodimos really be having a save to make. You know,
McGinn's
a little few cameos. Yeah, McGinn's volley and a little bit of magic from Dion Charles gets the set piece. Silly.
Clumsy from Lafferty. He's jumped to try and win a header inside the Greek half. He's come flying through the back of his man, who's taken the invitation to go down. He was caught, it was a foul, and that is a free kick for Greece, and we're moving into the last minute of the game, and I think it is going to be an opening defeat, and it's going to make things, we'll get more thoughts from Neil Lennon on the full-time whistle, but it's going to make things really difficult in this group, because obviously got to go to Greece in the last game of the group. Next 4 games will be against Cyprus and Kosovo. Got to get some wins.
Yeah, that is also builds pressure with this. Not scoring. It builds it within the team. You feel it. Ian Barraclough's now under pressure. The team are under pressure. Not necessarily. And I think I don't think the start helps at all. If we're out all guns blazing for 10 minutes and we concede a goal, at least we've had I think the crowd will buy into that. We just didn't. We're very flat-footed.
Spain won, Portugal won, so Portugal have an equaliser. That's in the closing stages there. Still Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1. Northern Ireland getting really frustrated with the time wasting and the referee allowing it to happen. The ball is with their goalkeeper Bailey Peacock-Farrell. Bowls it out to the 18-year-old Shay Charles. Dion Charles stumbles, loses possession of the ball. Tsimikas on the attack down the right. Paddy McNair comes flying in to stop that sliding challenge, launches himself at Tsimikas, catches him badly, gets booked. Greece win a free kick. And I think actually that will be the end of the game.
Yeah, well they'll probably take it in the corner. I mean, it's not the greatest challenge. It's also not the worst. But I don't think there's any doubt it's a yellow card. But just one of them things where Dion Charles lost his balance. But, there's a lot of things we haven't done nowhere near well enough today. Retain the ball, break well. Get crosses in from wide areas. Play forward earlier. We played sideways so much.
Yeah. Thing that catches the eye just ahead of this full-time whistle is that little pocket of Greece fans with their flags waving. There we go, all over, and this Nations League campaign starts with yet another defeat in this competition for Northern Ireland. 11 games played in total in the Nations League. They're still yet to win one. The crucial opener in this group, they have lost by a goal to nil. The Greek captain Bakasetas scoring that late in the first half, and Ian Dowie, the second half performance from Northern Ireland much better, but they are struggling to score goals. It's a familiar tale for Northern Ireland.
Well, they've also struggled to create. I mean, a few set pieces, a couple of decent deliveries from wide areas. Other than that, a couple of mistakes from Greece. No real chances, and not I've got to say, no whites of the eyes moments where you think we've missed several chances, and the lack of creativity with Stark. Now, of course, 1 or 2 players are missing. Nonetheless, we didn't play forward with enough guile. We had no creativity. We didn't take the ball on the half turn. We passed back and sideways far too often, and against a side, second half, who was sitting there waiting to be attacked because they'd got the lead, and to be fair, they were the better side. They deserved to win, no doubt.
Ian Barraclough has had 11 games in charge of Northern Ireland at Windsor Park. Just the 1 win so far in those 11 games against Lithuania back in November. He wanted 4 wins out of the first 4 games in this Nations League campaign. He's not going to get that. They've lost the opener tonight, Delith, here at Windsor Park. It has finished Northern Ireland 0, Greece 1.